Hey, welcome to Happiness Bar. My goal is to share cocktails, content, and happiness. And today, we are dropping the first fall craft cocktail of the season for my new fall craft cocktail menu. This cocktail, it's made with bourbon. It's made with a dry vermouth. It's made with a fig and rosemary syrup, lemon juice, salt, a little molasses bitters, and this is a sour type cocktail, baby. We're using some egg white, gonna get super frothy, super nice. This cocktail is called the Spike Lee. All right, so we have a little bit of prep work to do today. The only two things we have to do is we have to make our fig and rosemary syrup, and we have to cut and juice our lemons. So that being said, let's just jump right into the prep work. Tools you're gonna need for the prep. You're gonna need a cutting board. You're gonna need a knife. You're gonna need a kitchen scale. You're gonna need a citrus juicer. You're gonna need a pot. You're gonna need some sealable storage containers. You need a bar spoon or something you can stir with. And you're gonna need a basket strainer. All right, so the first bit of prep we're gonna do is we're gonna make that fig and rosemary syrup. So you're gonna need 250 grams of sugar, 250 grams of water, 10 black figs, and 3 sprigs of rosemary. What we're gonna do is we're gonna start with our black figs. I'm gonna grab 10 of these bad boys, and we are gonna quarter these. Actually, let me switch this out, because this one looks real pretty. I'm gonna save that one for garnishing. All right, so we got 10 of these, and I'm just gonna cut these in 2 quarters. Got my new fancy knife, my birthday gift from my cousin. Thank you so much. Sick little paring knife, man. Great for small fruit, citrus, all that kind of stuff. So I'm super stoked. This is the first time I'm using it. It's a nice shun. I dig it. Thank you again, man. All right, quartering the figs. A nice pretty color, the figs in there. Let's do the proper thing, actually. You get a towel underneath this cutting board so it stops sliding the fuck around like this is amateur hour. Woo, this knife is sharp. All right, we got our figs quartered. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go ahead and throw them into my pot that I'll be making my syrup in. Go ahead and grab, these are big boys. So we'll grab 3 sprigs of rosemary. I'd say that's good, these things are huge. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna pull all the rosemary fronds off of there. All right, so this is twofold. Getting all the fronds off, but also rubbing them in your hands is gonna release some of those oils, which will help add a little more flavor to the syrup. All right, we can get our cutting board out of here. Next, I'm gonna grab my kitchen scale, grab a container, and we're gonna weigh out our 250 grams of sugar. 250 grams of sugar. Add that to our pot. Container's back on the scale, make sure it's still zeroed out, weighing out our 250 grams of water. 250 grams into the pot with our figs and our rosemary and our sugar. Go ahead and grab our bar spoon, let's kick this burner onto a medium-high heat, and let's give this a stir. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring this up to a boil. We're gonna reduce it down to a simmer, allow all that sugar to dissolve, and we're really gonna allow that rosemary and those figs to infuse. So we'll probably let that simmer for about 10-15 minutes. All right, guys, this has been simmering for about 10 minutes. The color is beautiful. So I think our syrup is done. I'm gonna go ahead and turn that off the heat. And we're just gonna allow that to cool. After we're cooled, we'll go ahead and jump into straining. All right, our syrup has cooled. Let's go ahead and grab a strainer and a container, and we are just going to strain this syrup. We'll get some of the seeds from the fig in the syrup, but that's okay. And look at the pretty color it picked up from those figs, man. That nice purple color. It's really gonna make a nice light color for the cocktail. All right, grabbing a lid for our syrup, and as well, label and date. Guys, I say you're good for up to 2 weeks refrigerated for the shelf life on that. All right, guys, so the next bit of prep we gotta do, we gotta cut and juice our lemons. So, as always, real quick, cut them up. Ooh, big juicies. Go ahead and grab a few containers here. Grab my citrus juicer. Juice them. The lemons are fragrant on these ones. I guess lemon juice is always kind of fragrant. Basket strainer, double strainer citrus juice as always. Once, twice. All right, lemon juice, grab a lid. Tape, label and date, lemon juice, good for 2 days. Throw it out on the 3rd day. All right, we have got our fig and rosemary syrup done. We got our lemons juiced. We are ready to roll, so let's just go ahead and jump right into making the Spike Lee. All right, guys, I got my fig and rosemary syrup in this cheater bottle here. I got my lemon juice in this cheater bottle here. This is a shaken cocktail, so first thing we're gonna need is our shaker tin. And we're gonna need our jigger. We're also gonna need our glassware. So always working cheapest, most expensive ingredients. We're gonna start with our 3/4 ounce lemon juice and our 3/4 ounce of that fig and rosemary syrup. Next, we need a 1/4 ounce of dry vermouth and 1.5 ounces of our bourbon. Gonna need our 1 egg white. So always cracking it into a separate container so that way if you mess up, you don't ruin the whole cocktail. Pour in that 1 egg white. And as always with our egg white cocktails, we're gonna start with our wet shake. So let's grab some ice. Fill that shaker tin all the way to the top. Seal her up and shake it for 12 seconds. "12 seconds, crack that container. Grab our Hawthorne strainer. We're gonna strain it back into our shaker. Make sure you get every last drop. Secret tip, put the Hawthorne strainer spring in to the short side of your shaker. Grab another large shaker tin and we're gonna seal that up. No ice, dry shake for 20 seconds. About 20 seconds, crack that shaker tin. Grab our basket strainer and our Hawthorne strainer. We're gonna double strain this cocktail. Oh yeah. Froth on that. Now for the garnishes. Take our Molasses Bitters, and we're just gonna drop a few drops around the cocktail. Those things were coming out a little slow. Grab a little pick and just Jackson Pollock that motherfucker. Let's grab our fig here. Place it down in the cocktail, just like so. And then if you want, just for a little bonus, you can also throw a little rosemary in there, just like that. There you have it, guys. The Spike Lee. All right, let's taste. Stick our garnish down in there so it doesn't fall. That's lovely. You get those Molasses Bitters on the nose for sure. A little of that rosemary. It's light. Picks up this nice clean note from that dry vermouth. Bourbon comes through. Those figs give it this nice sweetness. That fig syrup and the rosemary gives it a great herbaceous note. That is a nice sour right there, man. That's a beautiful bourbon cocktail. So much flavor from those figs. Gotta love the earthiness of figs. Like just earthy sweetness. So tasty. Pairs beautifully with the bourbon and the rosemary. That's the banger right there. First fall craft cocktail of the season, baby, the Spike Lee. There it is, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. Maybe you made it along with me. Maybe you wrote it down, saved for a later date. But either way, let me know how you're liking everything. And as always, guys, become a regular somewhere. Become a regular at your local watering hole. It's the best way to support local business. And become a regular here at Happiness Bar by liking, commenting, subscribing. Hit that bell if you want notifications. We got cocktail videos coming out every Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern to get you ready for the weekend. Stay happy, everyone.